did it? Okay. Hello, everyone. Technical difficulties. Oh dear. Hubby did something and disconnected everything. So I am apologizing for him because he disconnected it. So hopefully everybody finds me. I will finish this up. Yeah, and the internet was disrupted by a Mr. Bob. Sorry about that. So I don't know where to tell people that I'm back at, but I'm back. Just sort of died in the middle. Alrighty. Sorry about that, everyone. It's all Bob's fault. We'll blame Bob. Thank y'all. Bob done it. Yep, gonna blame the Bob. Yep, I'm sitting here coloring away, telling you all what colors I'm using, and it's just not even connected. But that's okay. Then it was frantically trying to connect, and it just said nope. So I had to start over. All right, so there is the jacket all done. I'm gonna add a little bit more of the light tone here. Trying not to put too much pressure on the pencil because the book is very thin, the paper. And of course this page is deciding that it wants to curl on me. I don't know what he did. All I know is that I was suddenly not connected anymore. But that's okay. We still love him. He's lucky he's cute. That's all I can say is he's lucky he's cute. Now I think this is his shoe back here. I don't know. It's fine though. He's fine. He refreshed something and didn't forgot that I was on live. And he hit refresh on something. But that's okay. He's fine. I'll kill him later. It was your fault. Okay. Sure, sure. Put the blame on you so that I don't beat him later. It was all your fault. It's all right, Jordan. We understand. You're just trying to protect the man. I see how it is. So welcome back, everybody, and hopefully all the people that are here, you know, to watch, not to put the little bots. Now I'm doing the paper, and I'm using number 6, which is Naples yellow. So I'm doing the pages of the book. I want the edges of the pages a little bit creamy. And I think we want a little bit darker, so let's grab yellow, which is number 10. Awesome, Kenny. Awesome. I got some new pencils in that I'll be doing a review for on Friday. And they're all Emily's fault, and I will blame her completely during my review. All right. And there we have that. Now we're going to take our white. Yes, we are back. If you have anybody on Instagram or speed dial, let them know that we are back. And it was all Jordan's fault. So blame the monkey. Okay, I'm not even going to go where that was going. So, because yeah, then I will definitely have those bots after me. Now we're going to go with number 117, which is lead ash. So it should be this one. Nope, almost. Hello, Marilyn. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, yeah, that would just get me in trouble and have all the bots here. Yeah, I'm quite sure you do. If he wasn't in Canada, I'd tell Bob to do it, but that would just Hello everyone coming back. I'm here. I'm sorry. All right, now we're going to use some coffee. Oh, maybe some tea. Coffee and tea? Sounds good to me. So we need 95 and 97. Oh, those are not 95 and 97. These ones. Well then, I guess they're up here. Oh. 95, 97. All right, so we're going to do the floor. And we're going to start with tea brown, which is 97, which is a darker than the coffee brown, right over top of the gray, extending it out just a little bit for that floor color. those shadows in there. And then we're going to go in with number 95, which is coffee brown. And it's very close to the same color, but it's got a little tiny bit more red in it. And I'm just doing very lightly with it. And then we're going to blend it with a light brown. The great thing about these loose coloring or loose pages like this, where the drawing is quite loose, we don't have to be exact with our colors. Oh, I'm sorry, Anna. Well, I hope the kitty issues don't last too long. Kitty issues are no fun. Whiny kitties. Yep. Yeah, that's usually the way it goes. It's like, I'm hungry. You have food. I don't want that food. Alright, now we're going to do the wall. Again, I'm going to go in with some gray in this shadow area here. Filling it in. Since the artist was so nice to give us that dark spot on the wall, we're going to use it. And now we're going to go in with a light gray and finish the wall area here. And this is a light warm gray. And I'm just covering everything with it. Very loosely doing the background. Like so. Alright, now I'm going to switch you on over to the main screen so you can see all of it put together. And there we have it. Again, it says, shedding my shirt, my book, my coat, my life. And it's very light, but there is a little bit of a gray wall background there. The next one will be this one here. And that will be on next Monday. So again, that's Neil Gaiman's Art Matters, because your imagination can change the world. This is illustrated by Chris Riddell. Chris Riddell is a wonderful artist that did another book all on his own called 100 Hugs, and I colored 100 hugs or 100 days of hugs last year. All right, so we are going to switch gears and move on to this wonderful, wonderful page. And hopefully Heather is back. If not, I'm sorry. Heather Valentin was here visiting us for a little bit. She is the wonderful artist that has produced this page. This is one of her Patreon images from Little Lacy Sunshine Spooktacular Greatest Hits. Now, you can join her Patreon by hitting HV Patreon. Hopefully that's how I spelled it. There we go. Um, or you can join her over on her Facebook. Or, of course, her YouTube as well. So make sure that you hang out with her. Take a look at her YouTube channel. She has a wonderful thing that she does every Halloween. Lady Heather is just absolutely fabulous. So make sure that you head on over, and if you aren't already subscribed to her channel, make sure that you subscribe to her channel, especially around Halloween, because she does a spectacular, wonderful month-long um, show that is just absolutely fantastic. All right, so we are going to do the pencil work on this now. So we've done the background work with the King Art gel sticks. Now it's time to add some dimension to it. So we're going to start, we're going to switch over to the close-up camera here, and I'm going to zoom you out a little bit just so that you can see a little bit better. No, out. There we go. Just so you can see a little bit more of the detail as we put it in. All right. So we're going to start with the window. So let's get working on it first. I need to enhance some of the blue. So we're going to go with number 47, which is barley blue. Awesome. And we're just going to extend that edge of the window, showing that that's a glass pane. Going right up against the wood, but not removing too much of the dirt on the window and the night sky behind it. So we've got a little bit of dirt here and we've got a night sky behind it, but we don't want to remove those. We just want to enhance the fact that this is a glass window. So as you know, I left this sit since Saturday, and as you can see, I can rub it now, and it's not going anywhere. It's not moving. It's not rubbing off. So that's why we leave it sit, so that when you rub your hand across it, it isn't going to move around on you. Now, if I had moisture on my hands or something, yes, it would move around. If I was using a wet medium, yes, it would move around. This is best done as a dry medium in the way that I've used it. If you're going to use it as a wet medium, of course, use your air dryer and dry that as you use it. If you're going to use wet mediums on top of your dry rub, it's going to move a little bit, so expect that. All right. So I'm just putting in the blue there, just making sure that it looks like the window is behind the ghost, so that it gives it the dimension that we want. And I'll make sure that I'm on screen. Isn't that nice of me? I turned it so that I can follow the line that I've placed on there. Hello, Ronnie. Welcome back. Thank you. This is a Heather Valentin drawing. She has a wonderful selection of books called Little Lacy Sunshine. And Rory is another one of her characters, and they're just absolutely adorable. All right, so we've got the blue in there. Now we're going to go into our darker grays. So we need to go into 107, which is a blue-gray. So though we want that blue to show, we don't want it to be too light either. So we're just going to take the blue-gray and we're just going to extend it, the darkness, into that blue without removing it, because we want that light blue in there to show reflection, but we don't want it too light to show the night sky behind it. Oh, I think my tummy has decided that supper wasn't a good idea. Now I've got the gurgles. Sorry about that. All right. And like I said, if you have not checked out Heather Valentin's work, make sure you do, because she is not only a fabulous artist, but a wonderful person as well. I do on occasion get the opportunity to sit and chat with her, and she is just a lovely person as well. I haven't had much time lately. She's been busy and I've been busy, so. All right, so we're just going to enhance that little crack there in the window. And we're going to drag that crack down a bit. And of course, Nightbot is working hard today. Now, if only I could get Nightbot to kick the other bots when they come in. That would make Shanna's lurking so much easier. Alright, so there is our crack in the window as well. Now we're going to start working on some of the woodwork here. So I'm going to take a very dark gray, this one here, which is called light purple gray. I think it's, yeah, this one. And we're going to start darkening some of the grain of the wood. Putting in the shadow. right there. And like I said, the way that I've done this was shown to me through a video by Heather last year. I had played with the King Arts, but I'd never used them for an entire picture until then. So it's all her fault. Alright, so I have shadowed this area here from the bottle. I'm going to shadow behind here as well. Dragging that shadow into the glow. Make sure that we put the top of the wood in there, as well as the bottom. Shadow up some of the grain as well as the edge here. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate that. Alright, so there's our first area of the wood done. Now we're going to go in with a little bit of big red gray, which is a bit of a brown gray. I'm sticking with the gray tones for the wood because even though it's wood and you're going to get that little bit of brown in it, aged wood does tend to gray, and since this is old aged wood that's probably dirty, we want that gray to pop out on it. And I'm just blending those colors together and pushing them into the gel stick, into the gel. Now, could you do this without putting down the gel stick? Yes. Yes, you could. Is it more fun to put down the gel stick? Yes. Yes, it is. And the great thing about the gel stick and then building on top of it is it does give you the opportunity to cover a large area very quickly and gives you the ability to build up that structure without having to use a whole lot of pencil. Could I have left it just the way it was? Yes, I could. Why? But I want to enhance it. I want it to have that dimension, and using the colored pencils gives me that opportunity to put in that dimension. Coming down the edge of the wood here, like so. And then we're going to put some shadow here, coming up from the edge there. Now we're going to have a bit of a light glow here, so I'm going to blend that in and put in that lighter tone there. I have a bit of glow here and here as well. Alright, and I'm going to grab my handy dandy brush because I've got a little bit of crumbling, which is to be expected. Now we're going to move into the edges here of the windowsill. Again, darkening the areas at the very edge, showing the structure. And then we're just going to come in, make sure that we put that structure in all the way across. Now the rest of this area isn't going to show, but we've got this area here so that we can see that structure through the ghost. So I'm just going in little flicks with that dark black purple gray. There's a little bit of a red undertone to this gray, so it works really well with the light red gray to enhance it. All right, now we're going to use that light red gray to blend it all in and to connect those colors, like so. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side here. I'm going to come from the bottle and come all the way out. Putting the details of the wood behind the bottle. And doing that actually gives you the illusion that that is a see-through thing. So I'm just going to blend that a little bit. And lighten some of that darkness with the red gray here and blend it in like so. And then we're going to do this part here as well. Hello, Bonnie. Thank you. I appreciate that. So again, coming down the edge, make sure that I'm on screen. Now we have a bit of a glow coming off of there. So we'll be putting the red gray on there, but we'll also be adding a bit of yellow as well, just to show the glow from the bottle. Just the same as we have up there on that wood there. And then we're going to go in with some bright yellow. So we're going to go in with number 4, which is fine rice yellow. Which is going to give us that glow coming off that bottle. I want it to be a little bit brighter here. Like so. want a little brighter here as well. And maybe, yeah, maybe not. We'll think about that one. I was thinking about maybe doing a little bit of glow up here, but there's not a lot of oozy glow going on up there. All right, so there is our window sill. Now let's do a bit of doctoring on the wall. So we need shallow lotus ash, which should be this one. Nope. I think it's... Do I already have it out? Yep, I do. Pulled out the wrong one. So actually we'll use blue ash because it's got a little bit more of a blue tinge to it. And then we need lemon yellow. And this one here. And light blue gray. So we're going to start on the wall here, and we're going to start with the light blue gray, just enhancing that shadow line. Which is going to put that window frame in front of the wall. And the bricks slightly above the plaster area. I don't know if we got everybody back from our disconnect, but if we don't, oh well, I'm sorry. It always worries me when I disconnect like that, because then I don't have any way of telling y'all what's going on. Thank you. Again, putting in that shadow for the brick, and going down, putting in the shadow for the window sill as well as the window frame. Sorry if I'm turning everything on you. Hello, Jamie. Thank you. Welcome. I got disconnected, so Art Matters mostly is on the other video if you wanted to watch Art Matters. But I got disconnected 3/4 of the way through it, so I am sorry if you wanted to see that and it's not on this video. There is another live that happened earlier this evening that the Art Matters is on. Alright, going under the sill here and doing that shadow under there. Yeah, choo-choo. It, it's out there. Oh, I'm sorry. Um, don't be nauseous. I'm sorry. Alright. And we can come over onto this side and we're going to do the same thing under here. Just darkening that shadow under there. Awesome. It was a muscular man. You may not want to watch it. But I colored him well. Oh dear. You better not be preggers. I would have to I would have to call and make sure you're okay if that's the case there. Alright, so now we're going in with the medium gray tone and just blending into that gray that we already put down with the gel stick. Welcome back, Shannon. And then we're going to put in that light tone for our wall for the plaster. So we've got a nice yellow tone there for the plaster. Yes, it would be shocking. I would be concerned for you. So just filling any gaps and blending that dark shadow gray into the lighter gray that we already put on with the gel stick. Shyla, you're fine. Stomach flus are horrible. Yeah. I hope it's just a stomach flu that will go away. All right. So there's our cream tone into our gray on that one side. I'm going to do it down here as well. Just filling that in. Going to move over to this side here. I'm going to tip it a bit so that I can get into the gray. I'm just going to blend that in, making sure that we fill in any any empty areas and blending that darker color into that medium tone. Now you can also add some brown at this point for dirtier walls. I think the grays and the browns that I have on there have pretty much done what I want them to do in the amount of dirt that the walls are sprouting here. Yeah, Shiloh went out to yell at the train. Yeah, I've had the sneezes all day and the sniffles, and so I think fall has finally arrived. I'm just going through with that creamy tone and just putting in that cream color for the wall. So that you can see what the wall used to be. Alright, now we're going to do the brickwork. So we're going to use Evening Haze and Red Cotton. So that's 93 and 94. 94 is a deeper red. Hello, Della. Welcome. Yeah, you stay home, hide out, you know. So I'm just going in with some of the red and blending it in a little bit to those divots in the brick. And I'm just extending it out. And letting it enhance that brown tone that is already there. Put a bit of shadow here and a little bit here. We're not trying to take over the color that we've already added. We're just enhancing it, making it look more brick-like. We don't want it to look like brand new brick, but we do want it to look like a brick. Yeah, hopefully you feel better, Jamie. I don't like it when you're sick. I don't like it when anybody's sick. Mama and me comes out and I just have to, make chicken soup, and when I can't get there, then I feel worse. I can't help. All right. And there we have that wall. Put a little bit more here, like so. Now we're going to do the same thing. Oh, we've got this brick down here to do as well. Like so. Now we can also drag that around a little bit and blend it into the other medium using our blending tool here. So I've got the Caran d'Ache blender here, and I'm just going to blend that right in to the gel stick, softening up the edges of the red. Now, if the King Art gel stick was still wet, we wouldn't be able to do this. But because I gave it that time to dry, I can use the blender on it without lifting it all up. Like so. Now I can do the same thing here if I wanted to blend out any of that darkness. Just smush it in. Make sure that all that white spot is minimized. Because, yeah, why not? Like so. I hope so, yes. And if you get those done, make sure that you post a picture of it somewhere so I can see it. I love outdoor paintings. They're always pretty. So I'm just going to polish that up a little bit before we go on to the next area. All right. So we've got the walls and the window done. And this bottle is pretty much done. Let's take a little bit of the pinks. I have a nice bright pink here, so let's grab number 73. Does sound lovely. And we're just going to darken up some of the edges of the bottle here. where the bottle's going to be the thickest. Also trying to decrease the black in the lines. Like so. Yeah. That's always the worst part, is having to talk somebody into doing it into letting you do it. Landlords are like that too. It's like, I want to. Alright. Then again, I'm going to go around this one. Put in the shadow here from this bottle. Alright. Like so. Now for our ghosty ghosties. Thank you, Shannon. So we're going to start with number 117, which is lead ash. And we're just going to put in some of the ghosties denser areas here. So you can see it, but also see through it. Oh. All right, just gradually going over everything. Just outlining at this point, and we'll add another gray to the inside. To show those different contours, and the fact that it is a different entity. It's not in those bottles, and everything are behind it, so it'll show that they are behind it. if that makes sense. If not, I'm sorry. All right, so number 106. And I'm leaving that color in there. I'm not taking over the color of the bottle, but showing that it's in front of the object, on top of the object, instead of behind the object. Like so. And then we're going to take white. And we're going to give her a little pink nose, just because. Just because I want to. And then we're going to take our white and we're just going to, actually I'm going to take this gray here and put a little bit more here. Since that's supposed to be her hair. So, and then we'll take the white and fill it all in. And the white will go over top of the color and dull it down just a little bit, but that's okay. Because it's a ghost. We want it to be, want those colors behind it to look dull. In comparison to all the rest of the bottle and the book. We want these areas to look like they're behind something that's see-through, that's distorting the color. Like so. Good night, Bonnie. Rest well, dear. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Just gonna put the colors back in for her eyes and her eyebrows and on her nose there. All right. Now we're going to work on this bottle here. I wanted to get this one done first so that when I do work on this bottle, all of that that's behind it will have that white on top of it so that it doesn't get any brighter, because we want it to be enhanced, but we don't want to overcome the whiteness of the ghost. So as you can see, when I take this blue into where I put that white, it still stays pretty light. Where if I do it over here, it's quite brighter, quite a bit brighter. Which is what we want. We want it to show, but we don't want it to show as the dominant color. So that when we do the part that isn't behind the ghost, it will show a little bit brighter. And put a little tiny bit of shadow there. Not like the ghost is going to be putting shadows on there anywhere. Now I'm not going to do this side because I need to do this ghost. Go down into here. I don't know what Shala is whining about. She ate her dinner. I think she thinks that everybody else has more food and she should have it. I think that's what her issue is. She thinks there's food on people's plates and she isn't being given it. Oh, what did I miss? Ugh. Well, I hope that he is okay, Della. I'm sorry to hear that your son has RSV. It's not fun. Well, this part here is right here is a label. This part here and this part here are going to be the transparent opaque areas, depending upon the ghost. Yeah. All right. And then this part here is the ghost is behind it. So we're not going to do that part yet, not until I do up the ghost. Sharpen my pencil a little bit here. Hello, Dion. Thank you, Shannon. There we go. Yay! Hi, Ashley. All right, so I'm going to take some of that brighter yellow and we're going to fill in the glowy areas here for that And then we're going to take some pink. Just so that it looks like the pink bottle behind it. There we go. Ah, that's why you're still up. Blame it on Yitzy. All right, so now I'm going to take number 44. And blend that in a little. Just softening that up a little bit. The neck of the bottle is thicker here, but we want our bottle neck for this bottle to come down from about here. So I'm just going to take my pencil and we're just going to add that in here. Like that. And then we're going to take our pink. And we're not going to fill it all in. We're just going to fill a little bit of it in so that you can see the bottle behind it. And then we're going to blend it in with the lighter color there. Like so. Yes, this is pencil over top of the dried King Arts. Good night, Dion. Ooh, well, hopefully it rains. Now we're going to take our blender and we're just going to soften up that edge because we don't want it to be too stark. We want it to look like it's behind. Just going to blend that together. Like so. So now I'm just going to go through here. Like so. And we're going to blend it all together. Once again, if the King Arts was not dry, I would not be able to use the blender pencil on it. So do not do this with a wet King Art. It will smear all over the place. Well, then crawl out of bed and go color. All right. So we've got the window done, the walls done. We've got our little um, ghosty here done, and most of this bottle done. So we're going to do up the label of this bottle, and then I think we're going to call it good for today. Snoring. Oh yeah, and who's the old woman now? Huh? 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 So I am using number 6, which is Naples yellow, and it's a nice light yellow. Almost a tan yellow. Again, I'm not going to go over any areas that the ghost is because we want those to be lighter. So we'll have to wait until we finish him before we go too deep into our our deeper tones. Now I'm going to go in here with some gold. For the edges of the label here. I'm doing it a little bit deeper as we get to the curvature of the bottle. And then it goes around the edge, back edge there, and over there. And you are perfectly fine. Concentrate away, dear. Then we're going to go underneath here with that gold as well. Again, it's going to be lighter where the ghost's bottom is, and then it's going to be darker here where there's no ghosty parts. And a little bit lighter here, and then darker here. We've got a glow here, so it's going to show that glow underneath. Like so. And then I think we want, oh, what color do we want? Let's grab a little bit of that purple black. Eesh. I was up at 4:30. Yes, yes, the colors are in awful order. Um, but depending upon which ones you got, I think Emily has a swatch chart for the 180s, and I do have a swatch chart for the 240s that aren't in terrible order. I won't say they're in perfect order because yeah, I'm not perfect. All right, so I'm just doing up a little bit more on the batty on the label here. Just getting that detail in there that we couldn't define with the King Arts. And again, lighter underneath the ghost. So that it looks like it's behind. Yeah, the Prismas were really easy because they were already in order. The Prisma color order is pretty good in itself, so. I just kept mine in the order that they came in. Thank you, Shannon. And these bots are getting ridiculous. So next stream I will have the um, requirement of must be a subscriber to chat. So if you haven't already subscribed, make sure that you subscribe so that you can chat during the next live stream, which of course will be on Wednesday because we will finish this up on Wednesday. So next week, well, next stream, which will be Wednesday, we'll work on the book, this little ghosty, the frog's juice, and the bones, and the floor, and then we shall be finished. I'm going to put a little bit more color in this little fella, and then we're going to also put some color in Mr. Spada. Now I'm debating on whether or not I should give Mr. Spider a bright red nose. She is lightning fast. Yep, yep. Her and her hammer. I'm going to do in the spider web here as well. And this is a crack in the window. So we're going to actually take a little bit of this gray. And we're going to enhance that crack a little. And it goes through the spider web here. Yeah, get a shanty hammer. It is the fastest hammer in all the land. All right, so there's our spider web. darken this a little bit more here, like so. All right, so should we give our spider a little bright nose? What do you guys think? That is a good idea. I might have to do that. Should we give him a little red nose? Or should we do a pink nose? Like this one. Red? Little red nose. Alright, so we're going to use number 71. And we'll give him a little red nose. Find them boring. I'm horrible. Oh, they bore me. I'm horrible, I know. Alright, I'm going to switch you over to the main camera so you can see how it looks with the enhancements. Now I know it's not a huge amount of difference, but it does give more dimension to the picture. Aww, he just needed a soother. He's going, Mommy, why you up? So on Wednesday we will do this little ghosty here, the frog juice, the rest of the bottle that is under the ghost, the bones in the magic book, as well as the floor. Oh, oh, that's so cute. Yeah, I find them boring. But I also go wandering in the graveyard at night, so, you know. Yeah, exactly. You raised them. So we will finish this up on Wednesday. Again, if you want to check out Heather, make sure you go to her YouTube, which is !Heather Valentin. Let's see if I can actually type. Yeah. !Heather Valentin. Um, Thank you. I appreciate. I am a creeper. Or her Facebook, which is HB Facebook. And if you want to support her financially, of course, check out her Patreon. She is actually one of the most generous um, with Patreon purchases. So I was in her Patreon for a year. I had to actually stop due to financial reasons. But I have a folder full of absolutely gorgeous work. So make sure that you check her out. If you enjoy her work, please help support her. She is also on Amazon with her books. And she also has all sorts of wonderful things in her own shop as well. And that is listed in her Facebook as well as, I do believe, on her YouTube. But during this month, it is her birth month. So do go over to her channel and check it out. She does some wonderful, wonderful things for Halloween. So make sure you go and check out Lady Heather. All right, guys, with that, I'd like to say thank you all very much for joining me. I hope to see you again on Wednesday, and hopefully we don't get an interruption. With that, of course, always remember to like, comment, and subscribe to any YouTube artist that you enjoy. And always remember to relax, color, and stay safe, everyone. Until next time, bye-bye for now.